Lechesis from Allen's Keynotes, Surucucu snake poison, group Ophidia. Persons of a less melancholy temperament, dark eyes, and a disposition to low spirits and indolence. Women of choleric temperament with freckles and red hair. Better adapted to thin and emaciated than to fleshy persons, to those who have been changed both mentally and physically by their illness, climacteric ailments, hemorrhoids, hemorrhages, hot flushes and hot perspiration, burning vertex headache, especially at or after the menopause. Ailments from long-lasting grief, sorrow, fright, vexation, jealousy, or disappointed love. Women who have not recovered from the change of life have never felt well since that time. Left side principally affected. Diseases begin on the left and go to the right side, left ovary, testicle, chest. Great sensitiveness to touch. Throat, stomach, abdomen. Cannot wear bedclothes or night dress to touch throat or abdomen. Not because sore or tender, as in apis or belladonna, but clothes cause an uneasiness, make her nervous. Intolerance of tight bands about neck or waist. Extremes of heat and cold cause great debility. Drunkards with congestive headaches and hemorrhoids, prone to erysipelas or apoplexy. Headache, pressing or bursting pain in temples aggravated from motion, pressure, stooping, lying after sleep. Dreads to go to sleep because she wakens with such a headache. Rush of blood to head after alcohol, mental emotions, suppressed or irregular menses at climaxes, left-sided apoplexy. Weight and pressure on vertex, like lead in occiput. All symptoms, especially the mental, worse after sleep or the aggravation wakes him from sleep, sleeps into the aggravation, unhappy, distressed, anxious, sad, aggravation in morning on waking. Mental excitability, ecstasy with almost prophetic perceptions, with a vivid imagination, great loquacity, wants to talk all the time, jumps from one idea to another, one word often leads into another story. Constipation, inactivity, stool lies in rectum without urging, sensation of constriction of sphincter. Menses at regular times, too short, scanty, feeble, pains all relieved by the flu. Always better during menses, piles with scanty menses at climaxes, strangulated with stitches stooping upward. The least thing coming near mouth or nose interferes with breathing. Wants to be fanned, but slowly and at a distance. As soon as he falls asleep, the breathing stops. Great physical and mental exhaustion, trembling in whole body, would constantly sink down from weakness, worse in the morning. Epilepsy comes on during sleep from loss of vital fluids, onanism, jealousy. Hemorrhagic diathesis, small wounds bleed easily and profusely. Blood dark, non-coagulable. Boils, carbuncles, ulcers with intense pain, malignant pustules, decubitus, dark bluish purple appearance, tend to malignancy. Bad effects of poison wounds, post-mortem. Sensation as of a ball rolling in the bladder. Fever annually returning, paroxysm every spring, after separation by quinine the previous autumn. Fever, typhoid, stupor or muttering delirium. Sunken countenance, falling of lower jaw, tongue dry, black, trembles, is protruded with difficulty or catches on the teeth when protruding. Conjunctiva yellow or orange color. Perspiration cold, stains yellow, bloody. Diphtheria and tonsillitis beginning on the left and extending to right side. Dark purple appearance aggravated by hot drinks after sleep. Liquids more painful than solids when swallowing. Prostration out of all proportion to appearance of throat. Relations complementary hepar lycopodium nitric acid. Incompatible acetic acid carbolic acid. In intermittent fever, natrum mur follows Lechesis well when type changes. Aggravation after sleep, contact, extremes of temperature, acids, alcohol, cinchona, mercury, pressure or constriction, sun rays, spring, summer. Lechesis from Homeopathic Materia Medica, Bushmaster or Surukuku. Like all snake poisons, Lechesis decomposes the blood, rendering it more fluid. Hence, a hemorrhagic tendency is marked. Purpura, septic states, diphtheria, and other low forms of disease when the system is thoroughly poisoned and the prostration is profound. The modalities are most important in guiding to the remedy. Delirium tremens with much trembling and confusion. Very important during the climacteric and for patients of a melancholic disposition. Ill effects of suppressed discharges. Diphtheritic paralysis, diphtheria carriers. Sensation of tension in various parts, cannot bear anything, tight anywhere. Mind, great loquacity, amative, sad in the morning, no desire to mix with the world, restless and uneasy, does not wish to attain to business, wants to be off somewhere all the time, jealous, mental labor best performed at night. Euthanasia, suspicious, nightly delusion of fire, religious insanity, derangement of the time sense. Head, pain through head on awakening. Pain at root of nose, pressure and burning on vertex, waves of pain, worse after moving, sun headaches with headache, flickerings, dim vision, very pale face, vertigo, relieved by onset of a discharge. Eyes, defective vision after diphtheria, extrinsic muscles too weak to maintain focus, sensation as if eyes were drawn together by cords which were tied in a knot at root of nose. Ears, tearing pain from zygoma into ear, also with sore throat. Nose, bleeding, nostrils sensitive, coryza preceded by headache, hay asthma, paroxysm of sneezing. Face, pale, trifacial neuralgia, left side, heat running up into head, tearing pain in jaw bones, purple, mottled, puffed, looks swollen, bloated, jaundiced, chlorotic. Mouth, gums swollen, spongy, bleed, tongue swollen, burns, trembles, red, dry and cracked at tip, catches on teeth, aphthous and denuded spots with burning and rawness, nauseous taste, teeth ache, pain extends to ears, pain in facial bones. Throat, sore, worse left side, swallowing liquids, quinsy. Septic parotitis, dry, intensely swollen externally and internally. Diphtheria, membrane dusky, blackish, pain aggravated by hot drinks. Chronic sore throat with much hawking, mucus sticks and cannot be forced up or down. Very painful, worse, slightest pressure, touch is even more annoying. In diphtheria, the trouble began on the left side. Tonsils purplish, purple livid color of throat, feeling as if something was swollen which must be swallowed. Worse, swallowing saliva or liquids. Pain into ear, collar and neck band must be very loose. Stomach, craving for alcohol, oysters, any food causes distress. Pit of stomach, painful to touch. Hungry, cannot wait for food. Gnawing pressure made better by eating, but returning in a few hours. perceptible trembling, movement in the epigastric region. Empty swallowing more painful than swallowing solids. Abdomen, liver region sensitive, cannot bear anything around waist, specially suitable to drunkards. Abdomen, tympanitic, sensitive, painful. Stool, constipated, offensive stool. Anus feels tight, as if nothing could go through it. Pain darting up the rectum every time he sneezes or coughs. Hemorrhage from bowels like charred straw, black particles. Hemorrhoids protrude, become constricted, purplish. Stitches in them on sneezing or coughing. Constant urging in rectum, not for stool. Female, climacteric troubles, palpitation, flashes of heat, hemorrhages, vertex headache, fainting spells, worse, pressure of clothes. Menses too short, too feeble, pains all relieved by the flow. Left ovary very painful and swollen, indurated. Mammy inflamed, bluish. Coccyx and sacrum pain, especially on rising from sitting posture. Act specially well at beginning and close of menstruation. Male, intense excitement of sexual organs. Respiratory, upper part of windpipe very susceptible to touch, sensation of suffocation and strangulation on lying down, particularly when anything is around throat. Compels patient to spring from bed and rush for open window. Spasm of glottis, feels as if something ran from neck to larynx. Feels he must take a deep breath. Cramp like distress in precordial region. Cough, dry, suffocative fits, tickling. Little secretion and much sensitiveness. Worse, pressure on larynx after sleep. Open air. Breathing almost stops on falling asleep. Larynx painful to touch. Sensation as of a plug which moves up and down with a short cough. Heart, palpitation with fainting spells, especially during climacteric. Constricted feeling causing palpitation with anxiety, cyanosis, irregular beats. Back, neuralgia of coccyx, worse rising from sitting posture, must sit perfectly still. Pain in neck, worse cervical region, sensation of threads stretched from back to arms, legs, eyes, etc. Extremities, sciatica, right side, better lying down, pain in tibia, shortening of tendons. Sleep, patient sleeps into an aggravation, sudden starting when falling asleep, sleepiness yet cannot sleep, wide awake in evening. Fever, chilly in back, fit icy cold, hot flushes and hot perspiration. Paroxysm returns after acids. Intermittent fever every spring. Skin, hot perspiration, bluish purplish appearance, boils, carbuncles, ulcers with bluish purple surroundings, dark blisters, bed sores with black edges, blue black swellings, pymia, dissecting wounds. Purpura with intense prostration, senile erysipelas, veins, cellulitis, varicose ulcers. Modalities, worse after sleep, Lechesis sleeps into aggravation, ailments that come on during sleep, left side in the spring, warm bath, pressure or constriction, hot drinks, closing eyes, better, appearance of discharges, warm applications. Relations, antidotes, arsenic, mercury, heat, alcohol, salt. Complementary, Crotalus cascavella often completes curative work of Lechesis, Lycopodium, Hippar, Salamandra. Incompatible, acetic acid, carbolic acid. Compare, cotyledon, climacteric troubles. Natriumur, nitric acid, Crotalius, Amphisbaena, snake lizard. Nasa, lepidium. Dose 8 to 200 potency. Doses ought not be repeated too frequently. If well indicated, a single dose should be allowed to exhaust its action.